Hey everyone, okay, I'm going to do a quick video. This is one of the most frequently asked questions I get on my Snapchat. So if you're not following my Snapchat, I open it up Monday to Friday for about an hour where you can ask me questions back and forth. BrianK019, so make sure you're following me on there. But people ask me how to take branched chain amino acids and glutamine. I did a video about this way back when I started up my YouTube channel, but I'm going to do another video on it now just because I've got kind of more information on it and some new ideas that I think will work better than I even mentioned previously. So anyone that doesn't know, BCAAs or branched chain amino acids, they're made up of leucine, isoleucine, and valine. They're like the three powerhouse amino acids for muscle growth and for repairing fiber tears. Glutamine then has a load of range of benefits, but the main thing that it does is it supports immune function, so it stops you getting sick. It does a lot of other things, like it can help shuttle carbohydrates into the muscle, can boost natural growth hormone, and can speed up recovery. But personally, I like it most as an immune supporter. The most frequently asked thing I get is, how do I take my BCAAs and glutamine? The truth is, they're so powerful and so potent and so supportive towards whether you're trying to build muscle or lose body fat or improve sporting performance. Taking them at any stage during the day is going to work well for you, but optimally you want to time them around your workout, and probably the best time is post-workout, because you're like a sponge. You're so sensitive to nutrients and amino acids and everything post-workout that if you add in your BCAAs and glutamine post-workout, you're going to suck them up like a sponge. That's probably the best time to take them. In terms of dosage then, it's going to be a little bit dependent on your weight. Normally between 5 and 10 grams. So I'm about 84, 85 kilos, and I take about 10 grams of BCAAs post-workout and about 5 to 10 grams of glutamine. So you kind of scale it up or down. If you're a girl, you'll tend to have you'll be lighter. You tend to have a smaller dose. And a guy that's 100 kilos is going to have a heavier dose, because obviously the more muscle you have or the bigger you are, the more higher your dose is going to be. So what I would recommend you do is have a trial with it. It's very hard to overdose on these post-workout. You can. If you take 100 grams and you're going to overdose on them, and you'll have complications. But in terms of if you're playing between 5 and 10 grams, you're going to respond really well with it. I recommend a general rule of thumb, and you can scale this up and down, is girls, 5 grams of BCAAs post-workout and 5 grams of glutamine post-workout. Guys, 7 to 10 grams of both post-workout. It's kind of the general rule, general recommendation, but of course that varies depending on weight, depending on each person, depending on muscle mass. I'm a fan of certain supplements, and there's, as I've mentioned in the past, there's ones that I'm like, these are massively overrated, don't spend your money, they're a waste of time. BCAAs and glutamine are two that are really going to support you, BCAAs in particular. What happens, you see, when you take in amino acids is whey protein is amazing post-workout, but you lose a large majority of those amino acids before they even hit your circulatory or your muscular system. You keep about 80% of branched chain amino acids. They bypass everything and go straight to the muscle. So if you're trying to build muscle and you've got leucine, which is the main ingredient in BCAAs, it's going to massively support you gaining muscle in a calorie surplus. The same as if you're in a calorie deficit, the leucine is going to support holding the muscle that you have so you can keep your metabolism elevated and you can burn more calories. So it's incredible. Like I mentioned BCAAs in my first 2 podcast episodes. The first one was on fat loss, the second one was on muscle building, and I recommended both. I was like, get BCAAs. I was like, they're amazing, they're incredible, they're going to support you massively. The next best time of the day to take them is probably in the morning, because you've been in a fasted state for 6, 8, 9 hours or however long you sleep. You're going to be very, very absorbed into nutrients in the morning. It's why it's so important to get that first meal right and get things right in the morning, because you've effectively fasted for 6, 7, 8 hours, and you want to make the most of that time when your body's like a sponge. So that's when I would have the next time I would have my BCAAs. Personally, I have my BCAAs every morning. I'll have 4 or 5 grams of high-end pharmaceutical BCAAs, and I'll have the same post-workout. At the minute, I'm actually experimenting with just leucine, which is the main ingredient in BCAAs. So I'm going to trial and see if I see much of a difference with that. But for the last 6, 7 years, I've gone with 5 to 10 grams BCAAs and 5 to 10 grams glutamine post-workout, and it's worked amazingly well for me. It works amazingly well for clients. So that's how I would take it. That's how I would dose it. The reality is you can take it at any time in the day. You're going to get the benefit from it if you're training particularly under like a high intensity program or a tension style training program, that you need the repair of the fibers. So in a surplus, you're going to build more muscle. In a deficit, you're going to lose more body fat, but you're going to get a massive support from BCAAs and glutamine. So hope that helps. Please like and share the page. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. If you reply to comments on the Facebook video for the next 24 hours, thanks for watching.